podcast. Welcome to the Thoughts of an Adult. I'm here today with my friend Gia.
Hi.
Back again.
Yeah.
And so, if you have seen, we are on the floor because we couldn't find like a study room to film in, and they're all full. So, welcome to the yoga room in our school. You like this dent in the wall? I don't know how they did that, but
They were yogaing.
yogaing too hard. They were shaking that ass too hard, bending down, stretching, doing something.
I don't think
They were yogaing.
yoga.
I would shake ass in yoga. No, I'm kidding. Anyways, so today we're going to talk about, conspiracy theories and, Mandela effects. So, Gia's looking some up right now.
Mm-hmm.
I, unfortunately, cannot. My phone is live. However,
It's a weird. Your computer connects to it randomly.
No, we got so scared because we were talking about, conspiracy theories in the beginning, first take, and then, it connected to my laptop, and I was like, that was really scary. So, I turned my phone off, so... But yeah, so Gia's looking up some conspiracy theories and Mandela effects right now. Some of the ones I could think of that I was talking about actually was chemtrails. So for those of you that don't know what chemtrails are, it's basically the planes in the sky, and they drop the little mist and shit. And you know how sometimes they write notes, they write hi or I love you, Martha. Who the fuck is Martha? But anyways, you know what I mean? They do that sometimes where they're I love you, marry me.
I get you what you mean now.
Yeah, those. So, I was reading a Wikipedia. Oh, of course, Wikipedia. I was reading a Wikipedia thing about it, and so basically, a theory is that they release some type of hypnotizing thing or something. And I'm not gonna lie, that sounds like some shit the government would do.
Yeah.
'Cause I think they would do something like that, I'm pretty sure, that mist, whatever it is, we're all inhaling it. Because if, they're all the way up there, and we're all the way down here, and they're misting shit in the sky, and it all comes down like fucking rain and spreads out, we're all breathing that shit in. So we're all, brainwashed.
So is the conspiracy, it just makes this easier to, control and stuff?
I think it is. I don't remember exactly what it said. I think it was basically that, it made us, easier to control, and, it hypnotized us and, made us, forget any sense of, reality or something like that.
I look so big compared to you.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Anyways, yeah, she's shorty.
Shorty.
But... Okay, these conspiracy theories all might get us canceled.
Okay, then do the Mandela effects then.
That's a conspiracy
The moon is
theory.
cheese.
I know. That the moon is a projection, and that's right. Some people think the moon doesn't exist. The conspiracy theory has gained particular traction with flat earthers.
That shit's fake. It's not even a conspiracy. That shit's fake.
Yeah, because flat earthers, they make me so wow at what their theory is, because so many times they've been proven wrong.
So you mean to tell me this is Earth and this is me? So I'm walking. Here's the flatness, and let's say I'm on the other side of the world. So I'm walking upside down, bitch.
No, yeah, it doesn't make sense to me, that whole part of it. And, there was this big thing they tried to fund where it was this type of mechanism where it would prove essentially the Earth was flat because the ball in it wouldn't roll. Mm-hmm. Because if the world was round, then it would roll and stuff like that, or it would find its center. Mm-hmm. And it rolled. It found its center. It did everything they said it wasn't supposed to do.
Mm-hmm. And it did that shit.
And it did it. And so they were literally just
oh shit, we're wrong.
Yeah, they did that, but then they're oh, it's because something was wrong with this almost $1 million thing we bought. So we need to fix it.
Stop the delusions.
So they tried to fix it, and it still didn't work the way they wanted to. So they literally blew money on that shit for no reason, and it still proved they were wrong. And they were just oh well, it's just that the government found out what we were doing, so they messed up with our machine and stuff like that. And everyone's
yeah, that's exactly what happened, guys. It was the government, and they did it.
Yeah, they just didn't want us to know the truth. The world is flat.
For real. Or you know what's... Okay, Mandela effect. So, have you heard of the Berenstain Bears or the Berenstain Bears?
Yeah, I watched that show when I was little.
I think I read their books or something. I don't fucking know. But anyways, so, apparently... I don't remember what it is, but there's, a thing where, the name is different.
Yeah. It's like Berenstein versus Berenstein.
And I'm like, that's bull. Because I remember it the first way. At least me. Like, I remember it the first way. Because, like, I think, wasn't it with, like, an A? Like, Berenstain and then and it's Berenstein, like, with the E now. And I'm like, no. Like, I always remembered it, like, with an A.
Yeah, I remember to me, Berenstein sounds like actual correct. Berenstein. Yeah, Berenstain.
Yeah, Berenstain. But what's, like, the other one? Berenstein or some shit like that? I don't remember. I just remember, like, the other one. The first one sounded right to me. And I was like, what the fuck?
And has been described as the melodic.
Oh, I can hear out of both. That's so weird. Because, like, my headphones usually don't work. And surprisingly, I guess this one works today. And I can hear now what it sounds like. Because I was like, what the fuck? I couldn't hear it. And my bow's coming undone. What does it say?
I'm trying to find it because it's in Berenstein. Yeah, it's Berenstein versus Berenstain.
Berenstein versus Berenstain. Yeah, I remember
Berenstein.
I remember Berenstein. I think I remember Berenstein. Because that's how, like, I always say it. Like, oh, the Berenstein Bears. I never said the Berenstain Bears.
That, and it makes more sense. To me, it sounds better than Berenstein.
Yeah.
Like, that doesn't make sense to me. I'm just like, why? That doesn't flow either. To me, it doesn't flow.
Oh, Berenstein. Yeah, I remember Berenstein than Berenstein.
Yeah, Berenstein, the Berenstein Bears. Like,
yeah.
I remember that. I don't remember this Berenstein.
Yeah. I remember, like, the first time, like, I heard about this actually was in, like, one of those Shane Dawson videos. I used to watch Shane Dawson's conspiracies, but, like, after that whole, I don't watch his videos. I don't watch his videos anymore. But I remember, the thing that, like, I did like, though, was, like, his conspiracy videos, not, like, his, like, racism and all kinds of shit videos.
Oh, yeah.
I mostly watched, like, his conspiracy videos, and I was like, those were actually, like, really interesting, because I think I liked, like, the fact that he did, like, so much, like, in-depth, like, research on them, and I was like, okay, like, you should make this shit a major, because I would, oh my god, look at my little curly hair. Wow.
Cut that out. Anyways, I think we should just do a thing about talking about YouTubers.
YouTubers and what? Conspiracies?
Just like YouTubers like that were really cool at the time, like Tana and stuff like that. But
Okay.
now that they kind of fell off.
No. Story time. If anybody bought tickets for TanaCon, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. Did you want to go to TanaCon? Did you buy tickets?
I wanted to go, but then I didn't want to buy anything.
Okay, so story time. I got tickets to TanaCon.
You did?
So it was freshman year, and me and my friend, I'm gonna name drop her. It's fine. We're not friends anymore. Me and my friend Maria. So we were like really into like Shane Dawson, Tana. What's that other guy? Oh my god, that used to hang out with them. The guy with the glasses.
I know what you're talking about. Tyler Oakley?
No. He's gay. He had like that one game show. Oh my god! And it was like this game show where it was like a horror thing, and basically like it was like a horror.
Oh, Joey Graceffa.
And Joey Graceffa, I like really liked them at the time. And so we got tickets to TanaCon. I think it was like for something, I don't remember. And so it was the day of TanaCon, and I remember like waiting at like 8:00 for her to pick me up. And I'm sitting at like the window, and I'm looking like at all these videos online of like people. I don't know where I saw them, like Musically or some shit like that. I don't remember where I saw them because I didn't have Vine.
Yeah.
Or maybe I saw them on YouTube. I don't remember where I saw it. But I was like seeing a bunch of videos of like all these people like waiting outside for TanaCon, and they all had like bags, stuff like that, and it was like really hot, and I was like, what the hell? And so like hours and hours go by as I'm waiting for her to pick me up, and I finally was like, okay, what the fuck is going on? So I texted her, and I was like, hey, like, where are you? Like, I'm ready to come to TanaCon. It's been 2 hours. Where have you been?
Oh, that's actually a thing.
And so, she finally texted me back that, like, they were on their way or something happened. I don't remember. And then, I ended up finding out, I don't remember how, seeing videos of, like, people, like, protesting or ranting and, like, being upset because it was so hot outside and they were not letting people into the convention. Because I guess what happened was they promoted that they were going to get, like, an arena, like, what was it, YouTube Con?
It was
something?
basically going to rival, not YouTube Con.
What the fuck is it called?
It was, VidCon.
VidCon.
That was gonna rival it. That was gonna have just as many like good creators, and it's gonna be like just as big as a venue. Basically, like rival it, but not only that, just be better.
Yeah, and that's what they advertised. But instead of having it like in a big banquet thing, they had it like in a small banquet hall at a hotel. And just the amount of people that came was just not a good size. It was too big for the hotel to provide for these people. So a lot of them were like waiting outside, and they're upset because they're over like 3 hours waiting here to get into this fucking thing. And so what happened was we didn't end up going. And then originally they wouldn't refund us the tickets. They wouldn't give us our money back for the tickets because they already pre-purchased. And I remember like them. I don't remember so much details from it because it was like 6 years ago.
Yeah.
What I do remember though is like they advertised like really cheap tickets, but there was some like type of like thing with the cheap tickets though. I don't remember what it was, but yeah, they advertised really cheap tickets, and then they didn't end up giving us our money back for the tickets.
You never got your money back?
Well, she paid, so that's her money. But
okay, whatever.
Honestly, I don't remember if she got her money back, but I remember like the week after we had an issue with like getting the money back for the tickets. But yeah, so fuck TanaCon.
No, yeah, that was insane. That whole thing, and then Shane Dawson with the documentary swoop, like, to save her was so funny. Like, because on one hand about it, like, honestly, I could see where she just got really deluded in the fact that it was going to be so good without really looking into the key details of an event. Like, I could see how that would have happened just because she wanted to rival it, but she wanted to do it so quickly while VidCon is, like, prepared over and over again because they've done it so many times.
It was just she wanted the rivalry. She wanted the rivalry, and she wanted to prove that she was, like, better or some shit like that.
No, what if we do the scandals of YouTube?
The scandals of YouTube. Okay.
Yeah, of, like, this thing. We could talk about, like, the beauty guru, like, thing. That was...
Okay. I know a few, like, scandals of YouTube. I'm not very well diverse, but, like... I know, like, Shane Dawson. I know the thing with Shane Dawson, Jeffree Star, James Charles, and, oh, my God, what's that? Tati.
Yeah.
I know a little bit about that because I actually was keeping up with, like, the Jeffree and Shane series mostly, more than I was keeping up with, like, Tati and James. But when it came to, like, Jeffree and Shane, I was watching, like, all their, like, makeup videos and stuff like that, and I was like, oh, my gosh. But, like... Honestly, I don't really remember, like, the whole scenario of it.
I do.
You do? Okay, let Gia talk about it then.
Just because, like, during it, I was following... That's when I actually tried to get into makeup. Not doing it, but at least knowing a little bit of the concept of it. So that's when I started watching James a lot more. Because I was like, okay, like, the way he did it was, like, pretty, like, good with explaining stuff. So I was like, okay.
Really? Have you seen that white face video of him?
That was different. That was a different time.
Thick eyebrow 2016 James.
But that was 2016, girl. That was the time. I mean, I didn't do it. But, like, that was the thing.
I didn't do it.
But, did you do it?
No, I didn't.
Oh, I thought you said you did.
I didn't really start wearing...
I'm actually Latina, so I don't need to do it. It kind of just happens.
I had, like, makeup, but, like, I didn't really get, like, that type of, like, highlighter, eyeliner, stuff like that till, like, junior, sophomore year. Yeah.
Yeah. That's why, like... I was trying to... No, I don't know if I was trying to be a makeup girly for sure, but, like, it was definitely, like, just so I knew a little bit more if I had to. So, I started watching him a lot more. Tati, no. I just knew her from his videos.
Yeah, me too.
And since, again, I wasn't that much into makeup, I didn't, like, go into everybody. It was just them. And so I was following both of them at the time. And then once Tati's video had broke out, she was talking about how James Charles was rude and how he thinks he's all that and how he has no respect for anybody but himself. And James, after that had broken out, James was like, oh, hell no. Like, what the fuck? So he made a response video to that, and he was like, it was a joke. We made this joke so many times. And then he showed, like, receipts of, like, other celebrities also making the same joke of, like, oh, I'm famous. Like, I could get away with it. Because it was such a well-known joke because they're famous.
Yeah.
Like... And with that, and he was just like, Tati, like, the reason why she even said anything was because he had done a product placement for her rival her company's rival, Sugar Bear Hair or something like that.
I remember that,
And he had done a product placement for them, but it wasn't even for hair, which was her thing. Her thing was, like, supplements and something to make your hair better. And while Sugar Bear Hair does do hair... They also have another product. And so to do, like, Coachella tickets or whatever, like, he had just, like, done a product placement for them.
Right.
But it wasn't even the hair. So he was like, dude, like, I didn't even do, like, your actual rival. I just said something else completely because I want to pay.
Right.
And she was like, and you've never shouted out my brand. You've never, like, showed me, like, that kind of, like, friendship. Like, we were friends and it was known, but at the same time, you never actually supported me. And he was like, and which I knew was a lie, even from watching her video, because I remember there were so many times throughout that he had ever, like, actually shouted out her thing of, like, oh, yeah, Tati, like, this is my friend, one of my best friends, and then, like, he would just list out her products. Like, so that was a lie in itself. I was like, girl, he literally did shout you out, though. So that was where that stemmed from, and he was like, girl.
He was like, girl, what are you doing?
No, yeah, that's why he was like, I did shout it out. Like, here's, and then I think he, like, listed videos and where he shouted it out. And she was like, oh.
Tee, my bad.
That's why, but she didn't take it back, and then she called him, like, a predator at one point, and then
I remember,
he was like, oh, fuck.
I remember that part, like, her calling him, like, a predator, and then I remember, like, that, what is it, that one kid, like, came out, and he was like, oh, yeah, like, James Charles was asking me, like, for nudes or something like that, right?
No, yeah, I remember seeing that video on TikTok. I remember seeing that video on TikTok, and I was waiting for it to blow up. I was waiting for it to, like, actually set another chain of events off. But it wouldn't be maybe till 2 years, I think a year later, because I don't even think it hit.
I don't remember.
And it didn't even hit the news cycle until, like, maybe, like, 2 years, a year after. And that's when, like, more people started coming out again saying, like, no, James Charles groomed me, like, or tried to, like, and so that's when James was like, oh, and then he made that video saying, like, I was lonely.
Bitch, they were, like, 12.
Like, I get it, you're 20, but at the same time, no.
Like, go on Grindr if you're lonely.
Like, I think that's so funny as any argument to be like, I was just a lonely 20-year-old, so of course I went to the 15-year-old. Like, what? What do you mean? That's not a canon event. That's like,
not how it works.
That's not how it should work at all. What do you mean? Like, I get feeling lonely for sure, but, like, I've never been lonely to be like, let me groom a kid.
I don't remember how, like, Shane and Jeffree, though, got, like, into it. I remember they got into it, but I don't remember why.
They got into it because Jeffree and Shane went into the beauty, Jeffree was already in the beauty industry, but, like, Shane was trying to get into it, and that's when their whole documentary series went out. And in the middle of it, I think Tati had also shouted them out, too, and said how, oh, Shane and Jeffree are mean people or something like that. And basically kind of, like, put them out to dry, too. And that's when Shane was like, what the, like, he did that whole live stream almost on, like, Instagram, and it was like, you're lying.
Yeah,
those are fake tears.
I remember that because I actually joined it, and I was not expecting that.
No, yeah, like, what a time to be alive. Like,
that was when, like, I used to be a fan and stuff like that, and I remember, like, joining him, like, his live, and I remember, like, I don't know if you saw it, but, like, he propped it up, like, in his living room, and he was like, she's lying, and he was going off, and then I just remember, like, the end of the live, he was, like, crying, and he was like, I can't, like, this is, like, and then just, like, ended the live, and I was like...
that was that, and so that's what, like, that was the detour in, like, the documentary series, because I don't think they did a real actual piece about that. They were going to, but then once that came out, they decided to, like, cut that whole part out and just, like, keep going. But no,
I know they mentioned it because I remember, like, Jeffree and Shane coming out with videos, like, mentioning her, but I don't remember the videos. I just remember, like, them mentioning her. I remember Jeffree's video a little bit where he was, like, literally being like, oh, she's, like, full of shit like that, and like calling her out. I remember that one. I remember Shane's video was more like, I never did anything to her. Like, it was more very, like, empathetic. Where Jeffree was like, nah, fuck that bitch.
No, yeah, like, Jeffree Star, the way he, like, deals with a lot of people is so funny to me because, like...
And I'm like, same.
Because, no, it's not same. And, because we're not bajillionaires like he is.
What do you mean? Fuck, no.
Fuck Ice-T, fuck dude. He's fuck? Like, well, fuck, why fuck me for?
Fuck Nelly, fuck 50. Fuck they say fuck me for.
But, no, like, the way Jeffree deals with people is so funny to me because, like, he does it where he's just like, yeah, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. And then, like, it's not until something later he's like, but we're friends. Like.
But thank you guys so much for joining the podcast. Thank you for listening to all our trauma dump, and I hope you enjoyed.
Yeah, see you guys soon, hopefully.
Bye.